Hello, my name is Alex Gomez and welcome back to my channel. On today's video we are going to be sculpting Vecna from Stranger Things. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to comment, like, subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when I post a video. Okay, so let's start it. Let's go and press the comma key to get this menu, and let's select the male CPR here. So make sure that you're in the open file, not CPR, and this is no. Okay, so we have this guy here, and this guy is super small. If you see like the size of my brush, look how small this is. So I'm just going to scale it up. Okay, so in order to do that, I'm just going to scale this up super big like that. Let's bring it down and let's check. I think that size is a good size. Perfect. So now what I'm going to do, I'm just gonna, because I'm just gonna sculpt a torso or a bust. So I'm just gonna cut this part here up. So I'm just gonna cut it here, right there, or mask that part. And let's go with geometry. I'm gonna delete lower. And let's go sub tool, because if I don't delete lower, it won't let me split on mask points. Let's split on mask points. There you go. So let's take this one and delete the feet. Okay, perfect. So now I have that part. That is the torso. And something that I'm going to do is so I'm going to go to my sub tool. Wait a second, let's find that. I think it's geometry, position, and I'm going to put the position Y to 0 right there. Perfect. Okay, so now that I have my sub tool there, I can start modify it, but I'm gonna Dynamesh this thing, okay, because I'm gonna modify so much that the geometry is not gonna be worth it. It's not gonna be good. Okay, so let's Dynamesh. The thing that I upscale the model is because if I Dynamesh in a really small model, I have to up the resolution so high, and I don't want that. So let's Dynamesh with 128, and look, see how like a nice resolution there. I'm just going to smooth some stuff out, and then I'm going to start sculpting. So BCB, this is the default clay buildup, and I'm going to start like using this one and affect the nose and affect our stuff, and let's see. So let's kind of like do this part here of that sharp thing of Vecna right there. Just kind of like blocking out. Let's see that nose. I might have to push it inside. Let's put something like that and smooth out. I can just even get rid of those nostrils. PCB, and take something like that. And let's go with something like this for that part. Leaf. And let's see. I want to see the reference I have on the side, and let's kind of like build this up right there. Let's take this a little bit down and build this kind of like this bone like a little bit bigger. I don't think he has some kind of like defined ears like that, so I'm just gonna something like that for now. Okay, so that's looking good. Some things like this on there. Let's carve a little bit, not mask, just carve this part, and let's add more here. Something like that. Dynamesh this. Perfect. So we're kind of like giving just that type of shape right there. You know, for this here, let's turn off perspective. I'm gonna mask the top. Let's invert this and let's bring this inside, something like that. Okay, let's mask this. Release the mask. And it's taking shape. It's taking shape. So let's bring probably just a little bit like that. And PCB, let's bring this kind of like that. Okay. And still this looks kind of like super flat there, so I'm just gonna move this up a little bit, move this down, like move it to the front, and move this one. It's kind of like to get just the main shape. I'm gonna add a subtool, append, and I'm gonna append the sphere. What is the sphere? The sphere is right there. Let's move this here. And oh, I was in solo mode. Nope, let's move the sphere. Oh, if you see, like with this thing, you can just move the whole model. But if you click there, you just move the subtool that you are selecting. So let's rotate and move this inside. Let's bring it to the other side and make those eyes right there. That's perfect. Okay, let's go to C plugin, mirror, and okay, and make sure you press X to activate symmetry for the eyes, just in case you move them or something. Okay, BDS, and I think I'm gonna go with this like a full Dynamesh thing, so I can just make it for 3D printing without worrying about topology or things like that. So let's see, let's build this up a little bit more here, and just move this out like that. BDS to play damn standard, and let's kind of like add a hole here and add another hole there. Okay, PCB. I want to add some kind of like a little bit more of a shape of this lip there, and something like here, a little bit more volume right there, BDS, and let's cut it a little bit here. Okay, let's get the perspective on it, back on again, and it's looking quite nice, I think so. Let's build those muscles here, even though they're kind of like roots or something like that. I will have to break symmetry for that, so let's do this. PCB, I'm gonna go super big, but bigger, and break symmetry. I'm just gonna go with this one all the way. Nope, not like that. This one is gonna go from here like this. Something like that. Boom. Dynamesh, and smooth this out. Let's get another kind of like root from here. Like, oh, what happened there? Something like that. And let's get something here as well, going like that. Let's grab something like this, going there. And then make that kind of like pointy. Okay. So I'm just kind of like, you know, just drawing some stuff like that, and getting into like a nice shapes. Like really like a block out kind of thing. I'm not getting into any details. And let's make this kind of like finishing points like that. Okay. Something like that, something like this. Okay, let's bring this on there. Okay, let's Dynamesh that so it can like it fills up those new topology that I'm creating right there. Just gonna leave it like this. Let's go the other side. Something like that. Let's bring this here. Boom. And I'm not sure like how it goes. I'm just doing super random. It doesn't really. Just want to do like a quick sculpt, like nothing too fancy, but just like a quick one, so you guys can see the techniques that I use to create a character. This style, Dynamesh again. Let's go like that. I don't know how the back it is. They don't show it as much. I didn't find any reference showing the back, so I'm gonna do super random. It's really like a quick, kind of like a sketch sculpt kind of thing. Let's bring this like that. It's a little bit bigger. Let's smooth this out. Okay. Okay, Mr. Vecna. He has kind of like some type of roots like around like that. So something that I can do is I can add a new piece of geometry, or I can just look. I can just mask this part, change that from the lasso from this one. Invert mask and pull this out. Let's pull this out here. Something like that. And connect it right there. Boom. And look, then Dynamesh. You have this part, something like this. Nice. And smooth this down a little bit. Okay, there's another one coming from that side, sorry. So in this case, I'm just going to append a sphere. Just select your sphere. Let's move this. Stretch this out right there. Let's move it back there. And I'm going to select the gear, bend curve, no, bend arc, bend curve, sorry, bend curve, add resolution here, and I'm just going to move this right there, something like that, and let's move this one like this, all the way there, and let's scale this down. Something like that, and when that's done, just hit the gear and accept that. Move it up. I'm gonna Control D. Take the first one and merge down. Okay, and Dynamesh these two. So now I have it there, right there. Okay. Okay, something like that. Let's add another root here in the back, kind of going inside there. And then we're gonna start getting into some details right there, okay? And let's place another root right here in the back. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna paint a sphere 3D, select your sphere, select the sphere. There, let's move this to the side, scale it up, scale it down. Scale it up, scale it down, scale it up. Let's move here. Hit the gear icon, bend curve, and let's start moving this guy here. Probably something like that around that area. And this is too big, so I can scale it with this one. Select this cone here and scale it down, a little bit up, a little bit up. This one, scale it down. Okay, cool. When you're done, take this, accept. There you go. So you have these two there. Move this one up. Take this one, merge down, okay, and Dynamesh, and you'll have kind of like really nice root right there. Yeah, that's good, huh? So he has like kind of like a weird hand as well, like a super long hand. So we can just let's see. I don't have symmetry. I'm just gonna add symmetry just for the face. So I can something like I can do, because I want to do this as a bust, so I can 3D print it. So I'm just gonna press Shift Control and knife curve, and I'm gonna knife this out the other way, right there. Perfect. Just gonna make this arm like that. Then I'm just gonna mask this mask lasso, this guy here, and invert the mask. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just click a little bit like that, and I'm just gonna move it. Yeah, it's too much. Let's move. I might have to fix it. Oh, that's why. That's one of the reasons. Make sure it's where it's supposed to be. I have to fix it after, but whatever. For now, I think that's good. Something like that. Like that. Smooth this out. Okay. That's good. Let's mask this. I don't know, I'm just kind of like playing around, see what it goes good. Make sure that is right, what it's supposed to rotate a little bit. Something like that. I will adjust this for sure. And Dynamesh this. Okay. So definitely I have to adjust this chest here. I don't like how it looks now. So let's kind of like do something like that. So adjust this part like that. I'm just doing super random right there. Okay. Okay. Let's start this muscle there here. Okay. Let's fix that. I'm trying to be as quick as I can, something like that. Okay, create a muscle there. Because it was all distorted and I have to work better in that piece of geometry. No geometry, but anatomy. Right there. Okay. Okay, let's see. Nope. BCD. Okay. I'll probably to go back and check my anatomy book to have as a reference how this goes, like that, this part. Okay. Because right now this is not that good. Just filling out some stuff here. Okay. His weird hand, like a big fingers. Right there. So I can. Let's mask this part here. invert the mask, and let's put this. Something like that. Okay. Let's invert that. Nope. Let's mask this out here like that. And let's pull these fingers. Nope. No. Go forward. Like that. Okay. Let's move this. Get those fingers a little bit there, right there. Okay. Okay, I have to inflate this a little bit, those fingers here. They're super skinny right now. Let's Dynamesh that. Okay, so I think we're going, this is going good. It's not bad, it's not bad at all. Let's fix this. So it looks better here. And I'm just kind of like filling up a little bit, because when I kind of like move it deforms a little bit more, but then I'm gonna kind of like go a little bit more precise with the muscles here. Not yet. Like you see this here, not good. So what you need to do is just kind of like move it like that. Just like that. Okay. Let's polish this. Remember, if you want these stylized brushes, you can grab them for free. Link in the description below. Okay, that's kind of like good there. Yes, it's gonna go like that. There, this is the chest right here. Like that. This. Let's press X here. Like that. For that part. Smooth this out. I'm just kind of like blocking out, like really not getting into any details or anything like that. Just kind of like blocking out like shapes and where everything is gonna go there. Okay. And like for ACA, like the chest part, and get those pec muscles properly there. Okay. Let's bring this a little bit side there. Okay. Screw. And definitely I will get into like more details. Okay. Something like that. Okay. Let's add something here. Just move it out a little bit. Yes. Okay, it's looking better. That's looking better. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, so I think probably I'm gonna be ready to start throwing some more details and stuff. And let's see. So I want to keep bulking up those kind of like roots things right there a little bit. Let's see. Got this one, mostly kind of like in the middle of them. Oh, make sure you. I forgot the symmetry. So let's turn off the symmetry because this is asymmetrical. So I'm kind of like bulking up, just kind of like those roots right in the middle. For these ones, I'm just gonna inflate. Okay, and clay build up to bulk up the other ones here. Okay. And it's gonna like draw some weird patterns here in the back. Just when we do that, we can just smooth it out a little bit and still generate kind of like those bumps, which is gonna make our sculpt more interesting. Okay. Okay, so let's fix this part of the shoulder right here. So just kind of like, you know, like this back goes kind of like on top of here, and then goes the shoulder here. Just make sure that you guys like gather a lot of reference when you're doing like things like this. Okay. Or with the shoulder muscle, you know, this part of the shoulder muscle. Pretty much kind of like dividing in 3 parts. And let's see here. I'm just doing like this, kind of like going along the way, just to give some texture to it. And build this muscle over here, that triceps. And now I can kind of like shape a little bit better this elbow. Something like that. And probably because this is going out, like the arm, like the dorsal probably has to move out a little bit as well. And let's keep adding some textures here. To bring this in. A little bit. And definitely have to probably mask this part out and fill this in. got it right there. Let's tweak a little bit there. Okay. And then I have to start working just with this part here. And let's see, let's mask this. No, mask it right there. Let's inflate this part here a little bit. Right there. It's probably too much. Okay. Something like that. So here I need to fix this part here because that doesn't go like that. Pretty much this has to go like connected right there. This part of the chest. What did I do here? PCB. Let's connect this part here. This has to go in this way because this muscle, it will go right like underneath the shoulder. So if you see the shoulder goes here and this guy goes right there. So the pecs cannot come here and goes inside the deltoid. So that's why it's super good to have and work with references. So you can just fix those if you have those issues. And kind of like all the fibers go that way like this. Yeah. To that point. And this one's gonna go like that point right there. And we can just give it like a quick smooth there. I still like keeping a little bit of that shape there. Okay. Right there, that's looking much better. Let's see here. I have to move this one out. Leave. Okay. And now I can just do some crazy fingers. I have to amp the resolution to 512. The Dynamesh and see. And this is probably better resolution now. So I can start adding like way more details to it right here. And you'll see. And for example, start smoothing this out. Boom, boom. So it gets rid of those jiggly things. Let's move this like that. Okay. Let's see. Something like that. Okay. So let's work a little bit more on that. Those fingers. So something that I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna backface mask for it, and it's gonna work on the knuckles, because if I don't backface mask, it's gonna screw up the back of my fingers right there. Yeah, so those knuckles kind of like working like that. And this is just like a quick sketch, so you guys don't have to worry about much. Let's see. those knuckles more there, and give a little bit of kind of like texture like that going across the shape. Okay. I have to check the hands of Vecna because I really don't know how they really are. Oof, that's too much. It's a big knuckle there. Okay, something like that. Oh, well, what's up here? And this part I'm just going to kind of like differentiate these these kind of like tendons, how they go. So let's put it right here, there. This, like this, like that, like that. Okay. Let's do this work like that. All together, and then I'm just gonna separate and go like this. And just kind of like doing like a quick sketch. But take your time. You need to take your time to make it look better. Just take your time. Don't worry about it. Okay. Just because I'm trying to do it fast, I just don't want to get this tutorial to be super long. So just take your time. So don't worry about it. Okay. Get something like that. Okay. Let's smooth this out a tiny bit, so we still leave some details there, kind of thing. Okay, so something else that I want to do is kind of like bring this more towards this part here of that muscle, that bone, and to go to the elbow here. And something like that. And then we're gonna move into the face, so it's not gonna take us that long. Okay. Let's see, let's work on the muscles here. I have to check my reference of arm muscles and see what we have in there for the arm. So I have some muscles. Let's see. This kind of like it has to go a little bit divided, so just let's divide this part here, just like that, just for now. Okay, it doesn't mean that we're gonna leave it like that. Just gonna smooth it out. Just not smooth anything out as much. Okay, and let's bring this, sorry about that. It's been so there you go. This muscle has to go all the way here. So this goes all the way here. Okay. And to forget about this, I messed it up. That doesn't make any sense. That's bad anatomy right there. Okay. So now this muscle goes here. Something like that. Just make this a little bit bigger here. Just like that. And yes, this like that. Smooth this down. Maybe. And let's see. Like this. Okay. Because all of them goes from this side here. Okay. Okay, and actually this is goes from here like that down. Let's check some of the shape here. There you go. That's why I use a lot of reference with muscles and stuff, because I don't know the anatomy by heart, so it's good to have some good reference right there. Okay, good. And I know there's kind of like other fibers here going too, but I'm just gonna make a hole here. A whole muscle, a whole muscle. Something like that. It's kind of like a quick sketch right there that I'm doing. Okay. Let's smooth out that a little bit. Okay. So pretty much I have almost that hand, more or less, kind of like done. Let's fill this out a little bit like that. Something like this. Okay. Okay. Let's smooth this out a little bit, a little bit, a little bit. Something like that, which is good, great. And let's keep adding a little bit more texture here, and let's work on that palm and make it like creepy. So let's add volume here in this part like that, and a little bit more volume here as well, something like that. So make sure you have backface mask on activated. Go to brush, auto masking, and you'll find backface mask, because then it's gonna be a problem for you guys. And I just kind of like filling it out those fingers there. Okay, and let's grab here, we can grab the damn standard, and we can just kind of create this part of the phalanges right there, right here, and let's keep fixing these. Let's do this more right there. Okay, there's more here. And I just want to leave it like that, kind of like a sketch kind of thing, so I can, it gets like a nice detail when I 3D print this guy. Okay, so let's go with yes. Gonna go with something like that. I'm just not liking it, like the length of this here, so maybe move it down. It's looking super weird. Okay, so that's gonna look much better. Still a super long hand, but there you go. That's looking much better. So now I can add more details to these things here. So I can just kind of like have the same kind of like feeling of that. I really like that kind of like technique that I'm using, trying to get like some textures here, kind of like, you know, a little bit of this texture shape right there, kind of like a muscle fibers, like that. Right there, like that. Something like that, something like this. You know, kind of like it gives a nice kind of like root texture there. Root, no root texture, perfect. I'm just gonna probably Control D by this point, so get more resolution here. Let's see how intense this is. Okay. That's nice. Let's activate symmetry here. Oops. And activate symmetry. It's a little bit bigger. Let's carve out this part here. And something that I don't like is that the arm's in the way. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna press Ctrl Shift, and I'm going to select rectangle, and I'm going to select this. I'm gonna invert selection right there, so I can just work with this better. So the arm is not interfering as much. Right there, perfect. That's awesome. Okay, so now I can start adding more stuff. I can just probably like smooth this out so it doesn't have all those kind of like quads, not quads, but topology right there that you can still see it. And even these ones here, you know, it makes like a smoother, and cleaner. It's like it has too much there. Okay. Okay, so let's see what is going on here with the face. Are you guys ready to make the face? So let's do it. Okay, so I'm gonna start adding like a lot of details, not like crazy details, but a lot of details. So one of the things that nose goes all the way up. So let's do these first two. This goes right here, something like that. Let's bring it outside. Like this, like that. This down, up, 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 like that. Like a super weird nose. And the CB, I'm gonna start adding kind of like that kind of texture right there, you know. Okay, something like this. And this kind of like goes, oops, sorry about that, press F to go back. Okay, so before I do this of the nose, I'm just gonna get these fibers right there. Something like that. Perfect. I need to BDS and push this inside more. Right there. Something like this. And I need to fill this out. Right there. Okay. Let's move this part in like that. Okay. Okay. So So that's good right there. Then I'm gonna add, let's see here. I'm gonna start adding more of those. No, oh, wrong brush. Make sure you keep working with the clay buildup. Something like this, and it's like, you know, like a crazy roots and stuff. I'm just gonna invent stuff here, you know, something like that. Then yeah, everything goes like this, and then some other ones that goes like that. It goes to this side. Okay. Okay, now it's getting kind of like a better shape of face of Vecna. Yeah, I think I need to move this down a little bit and this up like that. Okay, that makes more sense right there. Okay, perfect. Now that I have that, I can just go really little. And let's go here and start kind of like carving some of these things, some holes right there, and holes here as well, This one, let's carve there, let's carve there, let's carve a little bit one bigger here, and let's see, let's Dynamesh this again. Okay, so that's good, and I can just smooth this out a little bit like that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so something like that. Let's bring this in here, make this a little bit smaller like that. And it's kind of like build these roots a little bit here again. Okay, something like this. Let's get this part here. Let's check some of that geometry. Okay. Something like that. Let's bring this. In some cases I'm just kind of like going on my own, trying to identify some shapes, but not necessarily has to be kind of like, you know, like the same pretty much as how Vecna looks. I'm just trying to do a really super quick sketch that I can just print and have it in my desk. Okay, so let's go here and add a weird nose. So this is what I'm gonna mask this out here. Okay, let's mask this better here. Okay, and let's unmask this part here in the back. Okay, now I'm gonna mask no lasso, but I'm gonna mask freehand, and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna make this like that, and I'm gonna that's probably too little, something like that. No, I don't like that. Smaller. Unmask this part here like that. Just mask, oh, wrong, just mask this one here, there, there. This invert mask, and I'm going to let everything go here. I'm going to move this inside around there. Okay, perfect. Okay, PCB. I'm gonna start kind of fixing this part here. Something like that. Let's Dynamesh this part. So smooth this. Okay. Let's bring this. Something like that. PCB, and let's build this a little bit more. And as well as this one. Let's build it like that. Along the way, across the shape. Okay. Now that I have that, I'm just gonna build this. And I give that texture, but still building some of the things there. Okay. I can just break symmetry here and move this a little bit like that. It's kind of like make this a little bit random. Like, no, that's perfect. Something like this. Okay, so let's keep moving this. I need some details there, but I need to push this a little bit inside. So let's go to active symmetry again. Let's push this like that. Okay. And let's work on the mouth. BDS. I'm gonna get the BDS. Oh, the time standard BDS. There you go. And let's bring that time standard right here. Something like that. Okay, that's good. I want to smooth this out. And let's kind of like build some wrinkles there in the lower lip. And let's see here, PCB. I'm gonna build a little bit of the lower lip here as well. And BDS, I'm gonna break this down like that. Okay. So that's getting more like a Vecna look. Let's keep adding those veins thing here, veinish, or no, with that one, with the clay buildup. Boom. Do we have add? Okay, that's add, yeah. So that's good. Let's move this one, move this one, move this one, move this one here and here, and let's keep moving this kind of like a root kind of like, you know, root kind of feeling here. Something like this. Okay, perfect. Let's go there, let's go there and go there. And smooth that out a tiny bit, like that. So this one has kind of like a lot of like bronze texture kind of thing. So I'm just gonna go with the clay buildup coat like that. And maybe do some across and some more intense, so I can just go here and just smooth it out a little bit, so we can get a little bit of that nice shape. Put that right there. Okay, so we have that part of Vecna. Now we need to go up here and create those ones here. I'm just gonna create two separate ones. I'm not gonna do symmetrical ones because I will look a little bit weird. So let's because this is super symmetrical array, so our array is looking weird, so I might have to break it apart a little, not break it apart, but kind of like break that symmetry. So to break that symmetry, because it's not looking that good. Okay, kind of like a little bit different. so it doesn't, it just breaks a little bit the symmetry. I think when you break the symmetry a little bit, definitely things are gonna look much better. So okay, so let's build this up here, and this one here, something like that, and get these, and a hole here and a hole right there, and some little holes one here and another one there. Okay, so just smooth this out. So now that I have kind of like that shape, I can just go along the shape just to give the thing a little bit more texture, something like that. The same that I was doing with the muscles there, just to give that a tiny texture. I think it's super cool. Try to give that texture to it. Okay, that's nice. So I have one part there, and let's make sure that this transition is a little bit nicer. Okay, and let's modify this a little bit here. Let's move this down like that. Okay, like that. Okay. Perfect. And let's do the other side. It's kind of like a super weird. I can see as much, but I have like a lot of like big clumps and things like that. Like, so I'm just gonna kind of like build some things up here, and then I can just throw some holes after that. Okay, so let's see. I can just grab this and do like that. I can do the holes this way, or I can just kind of like BST, change this, drag, and let's see if that works. So instead of add sub, so let's see, that doesn't work that good. I'm gonna have to change the focal shift all the way to -100. No, maybe something more like this. Probably the intensity more. If not, I think probably it's gonna be easier. That kind of like works like that, but it's not gonna be as random. So now I don't like that. It's kind of like too perfect. So let's do this one here, not that one. Just put this down. Like something like this, small holes, little holes, and let's see, smooth it out a little bit right there, and we can let's do this more here. Okay, something like that, and let's make sure we still keep that texture as well. Not a little bit of that texture there. Okay, so that's looking much better. Okay, so now I have to add more details here. So BDS, and I'm going to activate symmetry again, and I'm just going to get that down low. Let's go back again, F. If you lose your model, just press F, it will frame it where it's supposed to be. So let's do this nicer. Something like that. And just gonna bring this in like this. And like that. Okay. And let's bring this out. I'm gonna mask this part. No, not like that kind of mask. I'm gonna mask lasso. This part here. Invert. No. Wait a second. Let's mask this. Perfect. Invert. And now I can move this a little bit closer in there. Okay. That's much better. Let's fix this part here. Okay. Okay. So we have kind of like the Vecna thing right there. Yes. Okay. Try to create this part of the eyelids better than what they are right now. Let's use the pinch one. I'm gonna pinch this part here. BST. And let's change this of the original one. And that's too much. 25. And let's see. Something like that. Okay. Perfect. So definitely you can keep adding more details to it and to kind of like fix this, try to get more oh, let's turn this off. Let's kind of like this texture, work a little bit in the muscles here, just put the kind of use some references to it. Keep bringing like adding textures here, boom, boom, boom. You know, just to make it look nicer. Just like a super quick sketch, but still, like if I print this, I think it's gonna be super nice. Okay, so make sure you guys work on that, and that's it. So this is our Vecna sculpt. If you want to see how to polypaint your models, you can watch some of my other videos about polypainting, and you can go ahead with the polypaint. So let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really appreciate sticking around an hour of the sculpting, and have fun, have an amazing weekend guys, and see you next time. Take care, bye.